Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Alyssa, and for today's video we are doing my very long overdue November and December of 2023 empties. You guys, I'm so behind on filming this. I know, I am so sorry, but I was just doing a lot of traveling, house sitting, things like that, and to say that we are going to be here a minute is an understatement. So go ahead and grab yourself a little snack, a beverage if that's what you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, y'all, moving along because we've got a lot to talk about. Starting off, as always, with candles because we are back on our candle grind in this household. First things first is Harvest Gathering. Notes on this one are fresh picked apple, autumn berries, clove buds, and my mother said that she loved it. It had a medium throw, perfect fall scent. It was warm and cozy. She is right. Next, I've got Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. This is one of my personal favorite fall scents. I like to have one every single year. Notes are warm cinnamon, fresh ground clove, vanilla, cream, and brown sugar. My mom said she had a light throw, but she would repurchase with a nice scent. I don't know what she means by light throw because I always think this smells amazing. Next, we've got Marshmallow Fireside. This is the one that I told you when we picked it up. I was surprised she picked it up. But this one is toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, fire roasted vanilla, and crystallized amber. She said enjoyed the light scent. She felt that it was a light throw. I will agree with this based on some of the other things that we do burn in the house. This one is not the strongest, which can be good considering it has kind of like a smoky kind of undertone to it. It could be too overpowering if done wrong. Next here we've got Pumpkin Clove, another delicious one. Notes are clove buds, ground cinnamon, a pinch of nutmeg, and fresh pumpkin. She said enjoyed it. If you're sensitive to fragrance, this might be a good one for you. Felt it wasn't too overpowering. Another one of my personal favorites, you guys know I mentioned this scent a lot in almost anything Bath & Body Works has to offer, and that is going to be Pumpkin Apple. Notes are red delicious apple, fall pumpkin, fresh ground cinnamon, and clove buds. You can see a theme going on right here, can you not? She says she absolutely loves this. Perfect fall and transition into winter. Agree on that statement. It's not too overpowering in fragrance. This is like the perfect fall scent in my personal opinion. Next, we've got Spice Citrus Grove, and this is ripe oranges speckled with cloves. That's a very interesting little thing. Cinnamon and nutmeg. She said the orange does come through in this one. She wouldn't repurchase because it's not memorable. I will agree with that because in all honesty, I didn't even remember that we had this candle. Now, I know I'm talking about a lot of candles, but my memory is better than that, so I would agree with her on that. That one didn't stick out as far as the rest one. This one right here, Bright Christmas Morning. The notes on this one are ripe red berries, blood orange, and crisp apple. She said not a favorite. The berries and orange comes through, but she wouldn't repurchase others that she likes more. Again, this falls under one like the one I just spoke about, the Spice Citrus Grove. See, that's how much I didn't remember it. Can't even remember the name and I only just said it. To me, this one lacks something special where I would be like, oh my gosh, I absolutely have to have this every season when it comes around. And then of course we have some Christmas tree smell ones. So of course, as always, it's fresh balsam for the win in my book. The notes are woodland balsam, crisp eucalyptus, fir branches, and cedarwood. We all love this one. This is that girl when it comes to Christmas scents, especially if you were someone who like can't have a live Christmas tree or anything like that. This is a great way to bring that smell into there. This is a repurchase for me every season. I want my home to smell like Christmas trees. I have a ton of like scentsy smells as well that kind of fall into that same category. I'm obsessed. And then falling into that same theme, this is Balsam and Firewood. This one was a new one this year. Notes are cedarwood, cardamom, and white birch, and she said she loved this scent. She calls it a beautiful Christmas and winter scent. It smells like a fireplace beside your tree, not overpowering. I do agree where this is just like straight Christmas tree in your face. This did have that like more smoky undertone, which kind of just added a little something to it. It was very, very nice. I enjoyed this one a lot, and like the fireplace kind of smell to it did not make you go, whoa, ho, 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 something is burning up in here. You know what I mean? Moving right on along to the hand soaps, because what is one of my empties videos if we don't talk about hand soaps? We've got a few, so stay buckled in. This one right here was Fall Festival. The notes are fresh pumpkin, spiced cinnamon, and sweet maple almond butter. She does like this scent. It stays on the hands a bit, so that's good. It lingers. This one was my personal favorite. Again, it's pumpkin apple, so there's not much to say. Absolutely delectable. It's one of my favorite hand soaps. These two, of course, were in the cleansing gel hand soaps. These, again, are good. Not my favorite over the foaming hand soaps because you do leave quite a bit at the bottom that you can't get out. But either way, moving into the foaming hand soaps, we've got, of course, a kitchen mandarin. I'm not diving into this. You guys know this is a consistent repurchase in our home. We did 2 sweet cinnamon pumpkins. Again, I told you, amazing, amazing, amazing fall scent. She put notes on both of them. She would repurchase, and she says that it's perfect for anyone who's sensitive to fragrance. So if this is one, if you like a fall scent but you don't want to be overpowering on your hands, then that's probably a good one for you. Winterberry Ice was one of mine for my personal bathroom. Loved this scent. It was really, really nice. Its notes are ice cherries, juicy orange, and snowy lime. This did have a lovely, lovely citrus scent to it with just a hint of like Christmas. And I think that maybe the cherries pulling through that made it not smell too sweet because it did have that like more tart odor to it. I really liked it. If you're looking for like a wintry scent for like a hand soap that's not like, oh my god, Christmas just punched me in the face, this is a really good option, especially if you're someone that doesn't love coconut, because I know they have the frosted coconut snowball, which I also have and really do enjoy. This just keeps it less summery feeling, if that makes any sense. And then last but not least, this was one for my mother, the raspberry green tea. Notes are sweet raspberries, steeped green tea, and squeezed lemon. She liked it and is glad she tried, but she might not buy it again. So the green tea is very prominent and stays on the skin like a spa smell. Very fragrant if you're sensitive to that. I do recall that. Yeah, the green tea smell, if you like to smell like a spa, then you will like this. That is exactly what it smells like. To me, it just feels a little, because it's so spa-like, it's not very like relaxing in my mind. It just feels a little like sterile. Does that make sense? Hopefully that does. Either way, we're gonna keep on moving. A few scentsy things to talk about, of course. I've got 2 of the car bars to discuss. Of course, the first one is Farm Stand Pumpkin. As always, notes will be on the screen for you, but this is that girl. She is so delicious, you guys. I love this scent. I use it up in the car bars and the scents wax bars, the wax bars. It's so stinking good, very, very fragrant. I love it a lot. And this one is the one that's currently in my car now. It's called Polar Bear Hug. This is good. It has, again, like a wintry feel to it, but not like a Christmassy feel to it, if that makes sense. It's nice, it's light, it's got a little bit of a clean undertone to it, which, you know, I have to have done very strategically because I don't want to smell like laundry. I really, really love this one. This is one that I have repurchased quite a few times. I will continue to do so. And of course, if you couldn't tell, Farm Stand Pumpkin is always going to be in my rotation. Moving on to the wax bars that I finished up. I finished one of these cider mills. This, oh my gosh, it is so stinking good. It is spicy, it is warm, it is inviting, it's very hearty. I love, love, love the way this smells. To me, this is a scent that is good living room, kitchen, bedroom. I wouldn't put it in the bathroom because I'm very funny about the way my bathroom does have to have that clean undertone to it, but this is good everywhere else. It's super delicious. I have purchased countless ones of those. It will continue to be in my rotation. This one right here is the Mickey Mouse and Friends. This has that fun, kind of light, it does have like a fruity undertone to it. I wouldn't call it clean or anything, but this is one that I do put in my bathroom. It's not one that I love in my room. It just smells, I don't want to call it childlike because it doesn't smell childlike, because I like it in the car. So I actually use this quite a bit in the car air fresheners. I give them to my dad because they also have the characters' faces on them. And I love, 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 love it in the car. I love it a little less in the wax bar. So I don't know that I would honestly buy it in the wax bar again. If I got it in like a bundle or as a gift, I would warm it. Like, I don't hate it, but I just, something about it, I love it being as a car air freshener more than I do love it like warming in like my room. I've never actually warmed it in my room. It's not a scent I would want in my bedroom. Last but not least, pumping back on that Christmas train, Black Forest Pine. You guys, oh my Lord. Oh, it's so good. I have no words. It literally smells like you're at a Christmas tree farm. It's a little hearty, like it's quite a strong scent to it. And what I like about this is I had some like lighter Christmas tree smell. So not only would I do this by itself, and it is very pungent, it is very strong in a good way. I will also take a block or so of this and mix it in with some of the lighter scents to really up that like balsam smell. Oh my God, it's just so good, you guys. Highly recommend that one. Again, that was Black Forest Pine. One of my favorites, and I think this was one of the first year that I actually got this one. It happened to be one of like the scents of the month. Highly, highly, highly recommend. We'll have to put this on rotation for Christmas time for sure. All right, let's move into talking about like random, it's gonna be like beauty, skincare, hair care things now. This one was my mother's. This is the H2 Ocean Sea Salt Body Piercing Spray. She wrote that the product was fine. In all honesty, you guys know from my last Empties video, I highly recommend the Neil Med piercing spray. You can get them on Amazon. I think that is the best piercing spray I have ever used, hands down. Every other one that I've ever tried, much like ones like this, I feel like they have too much like a salty undertone to it and it dries the skin out, where the Neil Med one is actually quite gentle on the skin but also works really well on the piercing. So I wouldn't recommend that one to you. Obviously, if you get it, if you go to get a piercing, using it is fine. Just watch out for how your skin is dry or not. This right here is the TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oil Rinse. This is the mild mint. So a couple Empties back, I talked about like the icy blue one and how I was like, you know that sound on TikTok where it goes, why is it spicy? And that one was very spicy. This one, not spicy at all. I personally did not enjoy this one really because it kind of had more of like a peroxide feel where it wasn't really getting me minty fresh. It's like when I go to the dentist now and to like kill all the germs in my mouth, they're making me swish peroxide. That's kind of what it gave me. So I like the icy blue one over this one. I'm using a dark blue one now. I think that one's gonna be my favorite thus far, but it's not bad. If you're someone who doesn't like that overly mint flavor, you want something that does make your, you know, clean your mouth, because I do think these work. I think these do really help keep your mouth clean and fresh. I just want that like icy minty feel. That's just personally what I like in a mouthwash. That's why I'm doing it. But if you can't handle that or you need something a little less aggressive, I still think this works. This is just not my personal favorite. I do love how big the bottles are though. I will give them that. Like I feel like I get a lot of use out of it. Went through another 200 count pack of my cotton balls from Equate. I finished up, because I've been doing my nails, girl. Don't look up now because they're not done. Hopefully later today. But I finished this Q-Tex Care nail polish remover. It's nail polish remover, girl. It did what it was supposed to do. I won't lie. My dad, so sweetly, I had to put it on the list to get some new ones, and he bought me another one. And I don't think I like it that much. So I need to figure out what's so different about this one and the other one. Because the other one ain't as good that I have now, but it's whatever. As long as it takes the nail polish off, that's all I care about. As always, every time I'm here, we're talking about my Clinical Strength Deodorant by Secret, the light and fresh scent. Your girl has to have it, okay? I'm not going to be able to make it through the day without it. And then, of course, we've just got like a mini Colgate toothpaste, brush your teeth. We talk about it every time. What else do I have? What else is here? A little bit of skincare. This one was my mother's. This is the Elemis Pro Collagen Oxygenating Night Cream. That sounds like a fake word, but she says she would not repurchase this. She hates the rose smell. Not impressed with the product, especially for the price. Ooh, does it smell like roses? I've never tried this. Oh, it does. She didn't like it enough where she didn't even completely finish it. I feel that, girl. It happens to the best of us. Elemis does have some absolutely fantastic products. Their superfood, like the green face mask, like the clay mask. Oh my God. I love, 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 love that. But their products can be hit or miss. So do that what you will. I finished up another one of my Pharmacy Daily Greens Oil-Free Gel Moisturizers. She's that girl. I'm sorry. I've asked a couple of times, like, do you have any other cheaper alternatives? I'm not switching, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I asked you to give me the recommendations. I'm just not switching, okay? Every time I buy at Sephora, I literally have to get more of these. I wish Pharmacy would come to Ulta, because if I can get it at Ulta, I'm getting it at Ulta, which, by the way, did we see the Sol de Janeiro's at Ulta now? Like, hallelujah, praise the Lord, because now we can use our points on that instead of Sephora's shitty point system. I'm just saying. So Pharmacy, if you're watching this video and you're listening, please get in Ulta, okay? I'm sick of having to buy you in Sephora, and the little crappy Sephora inside the Kohl's ain't never got you there, so I always gotta order you online. I'm sick of it. But this is amazing, okay? I'm gonna continue to repurchase. I can't stop. I did finish up another one of my Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrubs. This was in the scent Blue Lagoon. This is really nice, you guys. Super, super delicious. It has a more manly undertone to it, so if you got a man in your life and you need him to get a little scrub-a-dub-dub because he's like crusty, musty, dusty, men they just typically are, this is an excellent one if you want something that doesn't smell quite as feminine. But I really liked it. These are my favorite body scrubs. They're so affordable. The fact that you can get them the drugstore, Ulta, anywhere like that, I just like that they're so easily accessible, and they are great bang for your buck. I get quite a few uses out of them, and I'm doing a full body exfoliating when I use them, so highly recommend. And then speaking of body care, it's been a minute, but I've got a Sol de Janeiro body cream here. This is the Balm Dia Bright Cream in the Cheirosa 40 fragrance. I don't know if you recall, but in the Sephora spring sale, I bought a few different scents from Sol de Janeiro to try, because I am truly just the original Cheirosa 62 type of a gal. I'm obsessed with it. It's so, so nice. This one, it's good, but it's not my favorite. This is very floral in my personal opinion. And I'm not really a floral girly. Like, it doesn't smell bad. I used up the whole thing, but this is one that I'm not running to go purchase again. It does cling to the body beautifully. Like, I would like have my nightgown on after I let it soak into my skin. And I wear my nightgown a couple nights in a row, of course, because I'm clean when I put it on. And literally when I would go to put it on the next day or just pull it out of my drawer, like, it's covered in the fragrance. It does smell good. And I think if you are someone who likes a little bit more of a floral undertone, this is one for you to try, because the original one, and the one I'm talking about, the original one is that this kind of packaging, this like one right here, as you can tell. This one has a very like summery type of a fragrance to it, where this gives me a little bit more spring vibes. Like I said, it doesn't smell bad, but I am not going to spend the 40 something plus dollars to buy this particular one again. I would just get the original because I just love that one more. Speaking of the original scent, I have the Boom Boom Body for Menza, for Fear Menza. Either way, it's their firming body oil. We don't have to watch me struggle. This was a very interesting product for me to use. I will say it lasted quite a bit of time, longer than I thought it would, because it really didn't feel like there was a lot in here. This says it visibly firms and depuffs with caffeine complex and microalgae extract. Sorry, that is painful to read on this bottle. I did enjoy this product, but I won't lie, I didn't see any of these like firming benefits or anything like that, and it does take a while to soak into the skin. I do feel like I was having to use a lot of product to cover my surface area versus when I use the body cream, and I did have to like lay out naked longer than when I use the cream because it takes longer to soak into my skin. So this is something, not gonna lie, I probably won't purchase again. I just didn't enjoy the experience of using it as much as I just prefer getting a tub of the body lotion. I do like a body oil. I've tried better body oils in the past, in my personal opinion. Fragrance, of course, was a 10 out of 10 for me. I did like the packaging, glass bottle. It looked really chic, kind of sitting on my vanity for me to use, but I went through a point of like using it quite a bit because I really wanted to test it out, and then switching over to my body creams and then being like, oh smack, I need to go back and like finish that. And that's not what I want to do. Also as well, this is not going to be travel friendly, so that's not going to work for me, whereas I can just throw my body lotion in the bag. So not terrible. If you're a body oil girl, I think give it a go, but it's just going to be a pass for me, to be honest. All right, a different type of face wash to talk about. I finally finished up this Neutrogena Hydro Boost with hyaluronic acid hydrating cleansing gel. This is fragrance free. I did get this free from Influencer back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I don't mean I kept it longer than it should. I actually really worked through this, but it's been a good chunk of time since I received it. And this is an excellent bottle. This is a full-size product. And I really did enjoy this. I had a nice experience with this. I do think because it is fragrance free, you obviously know it has that fragrance free smell to it. So if you can't tolerate that, then obviously you're not gonna like it because you are rubbing it all over your face. Me, once I got used to it, I didn't mind. I always double cleanse in the shower, and I really reached for this after I really went through my trial period with it when I felt my skin was a little bit more dry, because I felt this did help add hydration into my skin. I liked it. I liked the pump that it had. Again, this had 5.5 fluid ounces in it. That's a really nice size bottle. I'm not sure how much it costs, of course, because I didn't initially pay for it, but this is something that once I finish going through the other ones that I have, I would actually go back and possibly get this one again, because I do like, I know how I just said, oh, I like the glass bottle, but I like the fact that this was a solid like plastic bottle because I sit it up in the top of my shower. But I had good experience with this. It lathered nice. It didn't feel like it stripped my skin. I really enjoyed it as a secondary cleanser. It wouldn't replace my Purity Simple Cleanser from Philosophy by any means. That's always just going to be one in my rotation, but this is one that I wouldn't mind having as my secondary cleanser. So I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on that if any of you guys have tried it, because this Neutrogena Hydro Boost line is actually very popular at the drugstore. Of course, this is no surprise to anyone. I finished another one of the Ole Henriksen Glow 2.0 Dark Spot Toners. This has been in my rotation for a very, very, very long time now. As someone who gets a lot of hyperpigmentation from the sun and from like acne and things like that, I just do not go without this. Even if I've got to do something on my skin where I'm maybe using more pimple patches one night, so I don't do a lot of like serums and moisturizers, I always use this on my skin. This is a consistent in my nighttime skincare routine. Another one that has been in my nighttime skincare routine for so long now, I can't even remember when I stopped. I finally was able to find this one again because I did have to switch to another product for a while. But this is the Nature Republic Aqua Super Aqua Max Watery Essence. This is the best essence, in my opinion, hands down, that I've tried. Korean skincare really just is that girl, and it is that good. I can tell when I don't use this. I take this everywhere. It has a pump. I love that. It's easy to travel with. It's like a fancier plastic bottle. Highly, highly, highly recommend this if you're looking to try out an essence. Ever since I got on board with this, I have not wanted to switch to any other type of essence. No matter how good people say they are, I don't see how I can not have this one, and it's not super expensive, which I really, really, really appreciate. Sticking with that Korean skincare, I used one of my Innisfree It's Real Squeeze mask. This is the strawberry one. I say that every time I talk about a face mask, all they are is hydrating. I wouldn't know what else it's supposed to do because, of course, it's all in Korean. But I think Innisfree sheet masks are some of the best ones that you can get. What are the ones? The Sephora sheet masks are fine. And are they the Tony Moly ones as well at Ulta? Those are fine as well, but these have like a thicker cotton mask to them, and you're not like most of the times when you're taking a sheet mask and you peel off like a layer that you don't use and then you put the sheet mask on your face. These do not have that. It's just the one sheet mask in there, but like I said, it's a thicker cotton, so it really holds the serum and everything in it. It's not like dripping down my neck. I don't leave a lot in the pouch. I always squeeze it out and like rub it on my hands and down my neck and chest when I do these, but because it's so concentrated in that thicker face pad, it's not like I have an overabundance left in here when I take it out. And it soaks so good into the skin, and because it's thicker, it doesn't like droop down your face. I really, really recommend these if you can get your hands on them. I haven't tried a bad Innisfree sheet mask yet, so highly recommend. And then, of course, it's not a me video if we're not talking about my pimple patches. You guys, my skin, ever since I got off birth control, it just gives me a big, fat middle finger, especially right around my period, which thankfully I was able to cover most of them up, but I have had the worst breakouts on like my portion of my neck and my chin right here. It is so foul to me. And again, acne's natural. It's nothing like that, you know. I don't care like that. I go to work with no makeup on. I put myself on here a lot of times with no makeup on. It doesn't bother me like that, but because I know it's hormonal, and I went and had a facial done not too long ago, and she's like, you know, this is gonna be hormonal acne. I'm like, yeah, girl, I know. Thanks for letting me know. Because there's nothing I can do about it. Because she was like, of course you can get on birth control. I won't do that. Stop talking to me in that tone. I'm not doing that right now, okay? But it's so aggravating when it feels like there's nothing you can do to stop it. And I know I'm very fortunate. I am not like some who have really, really bad like cystic acne or things like that. And for that, I am grateful. So try to keep a positive mind, but that means I am constantly using pimple patches, you guys. I'm constantly having to use these. So as always, I've got my normal acne spot dots. These come with 60 patches in 3 sizes, absolutely fantastic. And then these ones right here, the deep blemish micro darts. I do like these. My problem is I mention it every time, these either work or they don't, and it truly just depends on the pimple. And because they are those deep under the skin ones, you don't know until you put it on. So if you use these and you use one on a pimple at a stage in which it's not ready to do anything, don't be discouraged and give up on these. These do work, but it's your pimple that really just plays everybody. I'm just saying, it's so aggravating. Of course, I have some dry shampoo to talk about because, well, it's me we're talking about. This one's not mine, this one was my mom's, but every one of them are Batiste today. Ooh, it's that brand, girl. This is the volumizing dry shampoo. My mother used this. She simply said it works. So if you're looking for a dry shampoo that gives you volume, then try that out. That's not something that I really worry about because most of the time when I'm starting to use dry shampoo, my hair is going up. So I do not care about that at all. But if you keep your hair down, and you do, then good on you. This one right here is this Batiste Touch Activated Dry Shampoo. This has quite a bit of product left in it. I actually got this product, again, free from influencer to try out. This is, yeah, whatever. The scent is nice. I do like the smell of it because you guys know that my color dry shampoo that I use has no fragrance to it. So I like when it has a fragrance. The deal with this is it says it's supposed to like, it contains advanced technology that works anytime you touch your hair, releasing bursts of fragrance whenever you need it. There's the issue right there. I just told you guys when I started using dry shampoo, my hair was going up. I'm not touching it. Why would I want to? Because then that defeats the point because it's just going to get greasier faster. I let it be. I just let it sit in whatever conglomeration. Like right now, you guys, I really should have dry shampoo in my hair right now. Don't try and look closer. I see you trying to do it. Don't try and look closer, okay? She's a little greasy. I'll handle that after I film. But so like, I'm not touching my hair. I'm not like flopping it around in the breeze. So it's not doing that for me. And I truly felt, to be honest with you guys, and I love Batiste. You know I say she's that girl. I recommend this brand to everybody. This was not keeping the oils at bay, y'all. I go probably 2 or 3 days before I have to put dry shampoo in my hair from a wash. And then when I put dry shampoo in my hair, like my normal dry shampoo, I can typically go about 2 days before I need to do it again, or I'm gonna get it a wash, depending on how long I'm trying to go without washing my hair. When I was trying this out, you guys, once I started using it, I was having to use it every day because it was not keeping my oils at bay. And that is not gonna cut it. So this is a no from me, dog. If you've tried it, let me know, but that's trash. You know, that's all I gotta say. And then as always, we got my 2 tried and true. So this is the little tiny one in the tropical scent. I always receive these as like little travel ones. Amazing. The scent is good. And of course, even though it sprays out white, I can always make it work in my hair. I just prefer to use less work. This is the brunette one. Of course, this one and the Divine Dark are my favorites, my go-to, my everyday ones. If you are a girly pop with dark hair, highly recommend. I have some fragrances to talk with you guys about because as I've mentioned, I'm in my perfume era. I am trying to smell so delicious that you just don't know what to do with me. And so I of course have a ton of tiny little testers that I've been testing out, and then what I do is when I test them out like this, if I really, really like it, then I will get like a travel size like rollerball or tester spray there, keep wearing it and really see like how's it sitting on me, and then from there I'd buy a bigger one. So first things first is this Chloe, oh my god, I think it just is called Chloe, I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually got quite a few compliments on this one from people. It was very nice, very light. To me, this was not a standout. I do appreciate that other people thought it smelled good on me, but I personally didn't care. Like, I put it on and just kind of forgot about it, if that makes sense. And so for me, this is going to be one that doesn't really stick out to me to go buy another one. If I get another little one of these somehow and then I keep getting these compliments, maybe I'll think about it, but right off the top of my head, I'm going to chill right now. This one falling into the same boat. This is the Love by Killian Don't Be Shy. Compliments on this from customers at my job. I actually had to write this down for a couple of people. Again, this is one that I really just, it didn't hit me very good. Like, I wasn't like, oh my god, I smell so good, I'm spraying on myself and I can't believe it. But again, it's nice to know that other people thought I smell nice, so this is one I'm not really worried about. This one, as you can tell, maybe you can't tell, but it's still got stuff in it. This is the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Bourbon. No, thank you, fam. I've used the Elizabeth and James Nirvana White for a while. It's one that I'm currently still finishing up. I actually turned my sister onto it a long time ago. It kind of became her signature scent, which we'll talk about when I finish the bottle. But I had this one and wanted to give it a try, but it's a no for me, girl. I don't know what it was about it. I can't even remember. I think it was a little too like spicy, and not in a good way, because you guys know I love the masculine scents. Y'all, one that didn't even make it out of the package, bro. This is the Givenchy. I don't know what that says. If you can read it, knock yourself out. But this is what it was. Y'all, the way, listen to these notes. The underground flower, a cardinal flower inflamed with a spicy rouge accord. I was like, okay, because I haven't been hating on my floral scents as much lately, and I love something that says spicy in it. Y'all, this was gross. It didn't even make it out the sprayer. I started to do it and it was like working its way up. Caught the scent of it. It straight up smells like old lady. Old lady, rose, flowery, something, and I just couldn't do it. So that's just going right in the trash. It's got to be a no for me, dog. This one right here, Replica Coffee Break. I have been so excited to try out the Replica perfumes. I actually really like this one. This is what I'm going to set aside to try and keep trying. I got a few compliments on it, especially from coworkers at work, which my poor little unsuspecting subjects. This was really nice. I felt it was warm and inviting. It had a hint of coffee underneath it, but I didn't feel like I smelled like I worked at a Starbucks, you know what I mean? So that is one that I would keep trying to use. And then this one right here is the Spice Bomb Night Vision by Viktor and Rolf. Honestly, I think this one had a very manly undertone to it, which if I put it on a dude, I would really like it, but I won't lie. If there is a fragrance that's meant for a woman that straight up smells like I rubbed myself all over a man like a cat, I'm not as into it. And the reason is, girl, is because I'm single, okay? I'm trying to get a man, not smell like a man so they won't approach me. I want them to not approach me for other reasons, but not just because they're like, dang, who's she hugging up on? And then this one is one I just recently finished. This is Fame by Paco Rabanne. I don't know. I know you guys will correct me down in the bottom, but the notes are juicy mango, bright jasmine, and creamy incense. I really like this one. Now, funny enough, I didn't really get any compliments on it, but it's just one that I kind of liked. So one that I would be willing to get a bigger travel size and really test it out long term, because like I told you guys, I only get like 2-3 wears out of these little bottles. I know someone commented, and I can't remember who, they were like, how do you only get so few? Like, how much are you putting on? Girl, I'm putting on fragrance, okay? I'm not doing one squirt. It is the front of my chest, the back of my neck. If my arms are gonna be out, you're in my arms. If my legs are gonna be out, you're there. I'm putting on the perfume, okay? That's just how I do it. All right, y'all, last but not least, let's move into some makeup things to chat about. I finished up my last Milani Fruit Fetish Make It Last setting spray. This was the coconut mango. The Milani Make It Last setting sprays are my favorite setting sprays, hands down. They're so affordable. They really make your makeup last. I think the Fruit Fetish ones were like a limited edition thing, and I have bought in all the scents. Finally made it through my last one, but I highly recommend these ones, or if you only can find the original one, just as good. And then I finally finished up a NYX Matte Finish long-lasting setting spray. This is fine. This is so not noteworthy to me, and there's actually a tiny bit left in there, but I've had it way too long. She's got to go. This is going to be the strangest thing that I made myself keep to show you guys, but one of my sponges. This is a Morphe, I think it's called the Contour and Define. Hold on. Do I have, girl, I have them like everywhere. See, yeah, the highlight and contour beauty sponge. This was the one in collaboration with Jeffree Star eons ago, which is why it's pink. They are typically red. This is my favorite beauty sponge, hands down. I love the like flat side of it here, and like yet the pointy side of like a regular beauty blender. These are my favorite sponges today, and yes, it is dirty because I wasn't gonna wash it to throw it away, but I always clean them, okay? They only get used one time and then they get cleaned for me. This is my, you can't tell because it's got note writing on it, but the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. She's good, I'm not gonna lie to you, but ever since I got my hands on the Milani Clear Brow Gel, I was just using this to get rid of it. I probably could have still pulled product out of this, but she's old at this point. I'm just moving into Milani. I think the Milani one is better, has a greater hold, and I actually also just recently got the NYX the brow glue. I hear great things about this too. I just think this is very expensive for what it is, and there's better, cheaper ones available. So if you like it, keep getting it, girl. But me, I'm trying to save the dollar bills. Also, I finished up this, and I did not finish this up. This is the Bare Minerals Lashtopia mascara. This is so underwhelming to me. I have some mascaras that I use so fully when I just put on like falsies because you're not going to see what my actual eyelashes do. But this is just so not memorable to me, and I was like, I just was convinced myself, I'm like, I've had it too long, let's just get rid of it. I don't want to look at it anymore. This right here is the Dragon Beauty Dragon Liner Wax Pencil. I think I talked about this in the video where I did the TikTok makeup, how this was so dried out and musty, dusty, crusty. Anyways, not good. I didn't even get to use it. I think maybe if I used it twice. This right here is a Marc Jacobs liner in, I don't know, blue. What is the color? Doesn't matter. It's a blue one. I want to say this may be my mother's and she finally brought it in here, but it got to the point where it was just musty, dusty, crusty, and gross. The Marc Jacob eyeliners, girl, when they were out, they were that girl. They're very beautiful. I technically do still have a couple. Don't kill me, okay? I know they're probably gross, but it's just me. It's just me here, and that's my business. But they were good, and I'm sad that you can no longer get them. Alright, so the last few makeup products I'm going to talk to you about are makeup products that I used in my freelance makeup kit. I used to do a lot of freelance makeup. I do not do like any at all anymore, to be honest with you. I didn't find it really worth my time. And you know, there went a time, especially when COVID hit, they were very far and few in between. And I'm not professionally licensed. I don't work with a salon. It was just word of mouth that would get me around, which I am so appreciative for. But my free time is limited, and since my job is open on Saturdays, a lot of weddings happen on Saturdays, I'm not taking time off of my job for that. Like, I'm not using vacation days for that. Your girl will be on vacation with her vacation days only. Either way, that's not what the point of this whole section is about. So these are products that I used in my kit. And because like I literally had to drag this out the back of the closet. I was like, one day I was like, oh my God, girl, you got stuff in there you need to get rid of. So the first thing is that I had was this Smashbox like lip palette thing. This, when I bought it, I was like, okay, great, so I can create custom colors. You can see, probably not, but I only dipped into these two shades, and I dipped into this one probably 2 times and this one like once. This is just not what I was doing. When I started really getting into my freelance makeup, I just brought my liquid lipsticks and all my stuff, and I mixed them myself, and I did all that. The idea is nice, but I hate stuff like this. I don't like it. I'm so sorry. I just don't like the way that the product works. I don't like the formula of the lip product, nothing like that. These right here were the foundations I used, which are going to be so interesting to talk about because honestly they very much surprised me. These were the NYX Total Control drop foundations, and what I really liked about this is how full coverage it can be, because I went in and I bought them and I literally used these myself. I tested these out before I put them in my kit, because when I first started I was like, okay, I don't want to invest too much into this in case I'm not getting a lot of return. And of course the way it worked for me, because I was just a word of mouth and I was not charging a ton, was if someone wanted to use their own products, I would gladly do that and just be the person that applied and supplemented my products in with what they didn't have. But like some people were like, this is the foundation I like, I love, I want to wear this. And this was for people I would use otherwise. It looks like it wouldn't do much. You guys, this was quite full coverage. And it was also like not heavy on the skin. I found it worked for pretty much every skin type. which I really loved. I thought it had a very decent shade range, which is also why I purchased it, because of course inclusivity is most important when you're doing like a bridal party's makeup and things like that. I really enjoyed these. I liked that it had a lot of undertones to it, and I liked that they were droppers because I could take out as much product as I want. I could mix and customize the shade, which I did a lot. I never really used just one shade on a person. I really was able to mix a concoction that really worked best for their skin tone, and I never had a complaint about it. Every person that I used it on, they really liked it because it's lightweight. It's very comfortable, because I did have quite a few people whose makeup that I was doing, especially for their wedding days, were individuals that didn't wear makeup day to day. And so when I was like, what kind of product can I use on them to make them comfortable on their big day, but give them that look, the look that they're looking for, I found that this was a huge winner. I had no complaints. Like I said, they really enjoyed it. It was a flawless finish. And of course, you really build coverage as well with other products, concealer, the bronzers, things like that. But I didn't want these women who weren't used to having products sit on their face feel like a cake face for hours and hours and hours and just uncomfortable on their special day. So I really enjoyed having that product. It worked out really well for me. This product right here was the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes mascara. This is nothing spectacular, but it is a solid waterproof option. I strictly used it in my kit because, like I said, I was doing a lot of weddings and there was no way in the world that I was using anything other than a waterproof mascara. I am no fool. The Ulta Beauty lip liners, I still have quite a bit of these. This particular one was one that lasted in my kit longer than the others, in the shade Spice. These are very nice. I like that they're automatically ones that you roll up. I have quite a few of the Ulta Beauty lip liners in my collection, and they are some of my personal favorites. For the price, I think they're very smooth and creamy and pigmented. I just don't think you can go wrong. And again, I like that they're automatic. Anytime I don't have to sharpen a lip liner or an eyeliner, I'm happy about it. Of course, I use the NYX micro brow pencils in my kit. Phenomenal. This is the best brow pencil in my opinion, for the price. I have not tried one that I think is better than that by any means. And then of course, another personal favorite, the concealer I had on deck, was the Maybelline Fit Me concealers. I still have these in my personal collection. It's one of my favorites. This is one that I use to either put on as like my no makeup look when I want to kind of put it strategically. I'll use this to cover my blemishes before my foundation. This is such an exceptional concealer at the drugstore, and this has stood the test of time. I have been using this concealer since I started wearing makeup, well before my YouTube channel. So at this point, you're talking 6-7+ years, and this has just kind of always been in my collection. Again, it's one that when I went searching to put makeup in my kit, this was the only one that I reached for, and I was like, nope, this is going to have everything I need in it. And it works again well on every skin tone. It provides good coverage, it's buildable. Of course, the lighter the shade you use, it's quite brightening, it's delicious. And if you for some reason have not tried this, this is one of those girls to get. Like, it's just amazing. Like, this is literally my personal one in my drawer now, and I have a backup, of course. It's not one that I use every day at this point, because I do have ones that I use more frequently than that, but she's still amazing, and there's a reason she's still around. Stood the test of time. Anyways, you guys, that is everything for my November and December of 2023 empties. As always, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on anything that I chatted about here today. Thank you so much for spending your time here with me. I really appreciate it. As always, if you enjoyed the video, of course, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!